Well, that was weird. Hold on. My life? Yeah, I'm good. That was really weird. What just happened right there? I don't know what that was about, but I had to experience some technical difficulties. According to StreamYard, I had to free up some space before I record. So, all right, I'm gonna let this thing go right quick, and I'm gonna let this go thing go right quick. I'll be right back. Let's see here. Can this computer stop playing with me? Can you please stop playing with me, computer? I don't need this. I'll show.
Am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth! I am invincible! Get back here, Shocker! Shocker! You can't escape me! I'll chase you to the ends of the earth!
All right, I'm back. I like that clip right there. Spider-Man was out of control with that damn symbiote suit, but that was probably one of the I had to say probably the top 10 superhero animated superhero TV shows of all time. Probably even top 5 next to Ant-Man. Ant-Man never had a show. X-Men, the Batman animated show, and even the Superman animated show, but I love that scene. Freaking Superman, just the overacting is funny. But I'm here now. So I had to let everybody know I'm going live. So I had to set up the links and everything. For some reason, every time I get on here, there's always something funny going on with StreamYard. But anyway, I'm here now. Let's see here. Let me read some of these before because y'all got funny. Um, Josh Johnson here. Like always, what up, franchise? Always coming in with the live stream fire. I know you've been waiting on this. Don't worry. Yusiki Knight, as always. Like I said, this show was probably one and two, either one and two of animated shows that I got up for in the 90s to go watch. But yeah, Spider-Man, the voice actor for Spider-Man was going crazy during that time. You know what, Josh? I never actually watched the ending. I don't think I watched the ending to that. I heard it got kind of wonky, but a lot of them anime shows never really got endings like that. none of them really did. Batman Beyond never really got a solid ending, but Terry McGinnis, the relationship with Terry McGinnis and Bruce Wayne actually did somewhat ended up ending in the not lighthearted, but lightheartedness. It ended up well. If you watch the Justice League Unlimited second season, I think it was. I think it's the second season. They kind of address uh Bruce Wayne as he's now 80 years old and Terry McGinnis and being in his 30s becoming still being Batman. They addressed that. But yeah, at least those two got an ending. But let's get into this right quick. This week in the NBA, this is like freaking the NBA right now is like guiding light. It's like a freaking soap opera right now. It's been more about what's been going off the court and all types of other shenanigans. At 1 week, beginning of the year, you had to deal with the whole Kyrie Irving thing. You know, it wasn't his fault, but you had the whole Kyrie Irving thing with the scent leaked and all that stuff. Everybody lost their damn minds, which wasn't even that big of a deal. Yeah, him getting thrown to the fire. And then John Morant had various things come out towards the end of the year which led up to what we have now. Toting weapons on Instagram Live like he a rapper. Like he the next, you know what? He ain't even act like that. I'm not even gonna say Young Dolph. He ain't even act like that. But I think he the next up and coming rapper from Memphis, Tennessee. And then you have whatever drama is going on with LeBron, which continues to keep going on. This season it's just been a complete just soap opera. I had never seen this before out of an NBA season. And now I haven't addressed it that much. You got this whole MVP and racial thing going on that I see multiple people continue to keep making videos of. I am not addressed it yet. Probably gonna address it a little bit. But yeah, this week has been crazy. Oh yeah, Sean Kemp. And you got Sean Kemp out here acting like he blazing saddles and maybe not blazing saddles, but out here acting like he the sheriff of Seattle or something. It's just lots of stuff going on. But let's see here. Yeah, I love Batman Beyond. I like you know what? Before we get into this, I'm gonna say this one more last time. The Justice League, not even the Justice League in total, but the DCAU, the animated stuff of the 90s and early 2000s, they have done it better than what the DCAU has done. Because they let people get out the way and let them cook in the kitchen and create wonderful stories, wonderful storylines. Shoot. I even think sometimes the DCAU is better than the MCU. But that's just my opinion. But anyways, let's get into this. First thing I want to talk about. What we want to talk about first. Sean Kemp, because I think something else new came out about Sean Kemp now. Sean Kemp, part of Ja Morant's Memphis Mafia crew. Yeah, he is. He acting like it, but let me pop this up right quick. We're gonna talk about Sean Kemp and get this out of the way. So, Sean Kemp. Ex-Sonic star Sean Kemp released, not facing charges after shooting. So I think this happened about an hour ago that he was released. But when I heard about it last night, I'm like, what is going on with everybody? Why are we in drive-bys? So, according to Sports Illustrated, former NBA All-Star Sean Kemp will not face immediate charges after he was booked on a drive-by shooting charge Wednesday evening stemming from an incident in Tacoma, Washington. Adam Faber, a spokesperson for Pierce County Prosecutor's Office, said in a statement that Kemp will be released from prison, or not from prison, from jail, pending further investigation. W. Scott Boatman, Kemp's attorney, released a statement saying that the situation arose from Kemp's vehicle was broken into and several items were stolen, including his iPhone. Boatman said when Kemp tracked the phone and went to retrieve it, scroll down right quick, Individuals shot at the former NBA forward who returned fire in self-defense. There was not a drive-by shooting as previously reported, and Mr. Kemp's actions were reasonably justified, Boatman said. Kemp was initially arrested Wednesday evening by Tacoma police. No injury reported, and a gun was recovered per the police. Kemp, a six-time All-Star, played for the Sonics, Cavs, Trailblazers, and Magic during his 14-year NBA career. He helped Seattle to its final. Yeah. So I think they even went to one with him. Its final NBA Finals appearance in 1996 against the GOAT himself. So I guess that's good news. But from where it sounded terrible. It sounded like he was just shooting in a drive-by, then threw the gun, I guess. But if somebody stole the stuff, then I guess it's justified. But the Seattle, Tacoma area, I guess it's crazy. Damn libs. So I guess that ended on a good note for Sean Kemp. But originally when it came out, I was like, what is Sean Kemp doing? He is 53 years old. Why are you out here doing young boy stuff, NBA young boy stuff? So he's good. John Morant, I think I'm gonna say this last thing about John Morant. John Morant, you better count your blessings. Because I think he's gonna be suspended for a couple more games, but he better count his blessings. But I feel like ever since he said that statement about he ain't worried about nobody in the West, I feel like ever since that happened, that cursed him for the rest of the season, even though some of these allegations that he has had happened during the off season earlier this year. But it seemed like it got bad to worse for him. Hopefully he can understand not to tote weapons on Instagram Live. Why put it on Instagram Live, which is even stupider? It's one thing to allegedly put a gun on a plane, but one thing to put the evidence on Instagram Live is another thing. But hopefully he can learn from it. But his dad, man, his dad had to get with it. His dad should be leading. And I know everybody's talking about, oh, John Morant's the moneymaker. He's the moneymaker. He ain't gonna listen. No. He need to listen. I don't know if you guys are aware. I don't know if this is the thing for him anymore. But when Klay Thompson was younger, when he first came into the league, Michael Thompson's dad, former LA Laker, and and Klay Thompson's mom, they was in charge of his money. I think they held his money. They kind of dictated how everything should go, so he won't be in this type of trouble. Maybe that's what T. Morant need to be doing. Not acting like a kid, acting like he part of the gang. He need to actually act like a father and tell his kid to stop all this knucklehead stuff around. Because if you get into something else, he ain't gonna get as lucky anymore. And all that money flow, all them front court seats that he been having ain't gonna happen no more. So them two need to take all of this as a lesson. And dad need to be a dad for once. Not out here trying to pretend like he ushers cloning crap. But let me read some of these records. You guys keep going there. If I get to the next topic. I forget he played for the Cavs. I think he was an all-star one of those years. He could have been. Let me see right quick. I didn't know Sean Kemp was an all-star with the Orlando Magic. Let's see right quick as I look. Next topic, though, man. They've been very, very quiet out here in these streets of Phoenix. Very quiet out here lately. Man. Let's see here. Why did he go to Cleveland? Yep, you're right. He was a all-star with the Cleveland Cavs that year. But yeah, he's still not in the Hall of Fame. I think it'll be a while before Hall of Fame. But it's weird that he ain't in the Hall of Fame, but Draymond Green will eventually be in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna get to Draymond Green pretty soon. Because some of the stuff he just be saying is just stupid. Let's see here. Yeah. 98. Honestly, franchise has been a lot of old retired players that have been in a lot of trouble recently. Yeah, that has. I wonder if Ja isn't worried about anybody still. Well, let me get to that, Josh. Let me segue into the next topic. That's what Hollywood kids have to go through with their parents, so I agree. Yep. Big Ben needs to be in the Hall of Fame over Draymond. You talking about Ben Wallace? Because Ben Wallace is in the Hall of Fame as of I think last year. And Ben Wallace, if Ben Wallace is playing or Draymond Green had to play in Ben Wallace's era, you know Ben Wallace, people forget Ben Wallace freaking put the fear and death into Shaq during the finals. I would take Ben Wallace over Draymond any day because Ben Wallace didn't have really much of an ego. He played part of the team, played the defense. He played better defense than freaking Draymond. He did. He's doing Draymond's position. He did Draymond's position better than what Draymond is doing. At least he ain't going around punching people. There's lots of people that need to be in the Hall of Fame instead of Draymond Green. Michael Cooper. He need to go to the Hall of Fame. Put plenty of people before him. Let's see here. All right. So he said, I wonder if Ja hasn't worried about anybody still. Well, I would say somewhat he got lucky. But KD, man. KD. Sheesh. Bad luck for him. Let's see right here. I saw the video with him falling. It looked like he's just clumsy. That's what it looked like to me. But the fake conspiracy theories around that are crazy. I heard earlier today, he said somebody working for LeBron put water on the floor so KD can step in it. Crazy stuff like that. Let's see here. Share this instead. This thing is acting stupid. Stop that. Share. I don't know why it keeps going to a different one like that. Let's see the updates about KD right quick. I don't know why it keeps doing this though. Let's see here. So the update about KD is he's suspected to miss multiple weeks with an ankle injury. KD's home. Dang, that would have been his first game at home last night. But Kevin Durant's home debut in Phoenix will come a little later than expected. The Suns recently acquired star is expected to miss the next 2 to 3 weeks with his ankle sprain, according to ESPN and Adrian Wojnarowski. The next 2 to 3 weeks will be almost the end of the season. Durant suffered an injury Wednesday while driving to the basket during warm-ups prior to the start of what was supposed to be his first home game in Phoenix since being acquired in a blockbuster trade with the Brooklyn Nets exactly a month ago today. The 34-year-old rolled his left ankle and fell to the court. He later was ruled out a late scratch for the Suns matchup against the OKC Thunder. With just 4 weeks remaining in the regular season, there was an initial concern that Durant could be out into the playoffs, deny him the opportunity to get acclimated with his new teammates. The Athletic Shams reported that swelling in Durant's ankle has gone down and will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. Durant made his Suns debut on March 1st after recovering from MCE sprain. Phoenix sits fourth in the Western Conference at 37-29, trailing to the Sacramento Kings. Memphis by 2 games. The Suns face the Kings on Saturday, and play the Golden State Warriors, Durant's former team, on Monday. Phoenix finished the season a month from now. He got bad luck this year. I don't know what it is. Um, I don't think it impacts them more. It depends on who they play. But um, the Suns are gonna have to do what they did before. And I think before that he even got there, the Suns were even sloping around that time. So yeah, I haven't heard too much chatter about I hate LeBron. Don't be doing that. Yeah, I don't be going to that deep. No, KD just fell. But some people are starting to question. I saw a lot of people starting to question his shoes because they say, "Oh, these shoes are too low cut." Here's the thing, people, about low cut shoes and high top shoes. So I think who started this low top or low cut shoe thing was probably Kobe, probably about 12 or 13, 14 years ago. And he said something interesting about why he made his shoes low cut. He said he sprained his ankle more in high cut more than anything than low cut. And I have to agree with him because the last time I sprained my ankle, the last time I sprained my damn ankle was in high tops. Wasn't in low tops. It was in high tops. Matter of fact, last night when I hooped in Kobe tens last night. Is it 10 or 11? 11 was a short. Yeah, it was 11. I hooped in Kobe's 11 last night and had no issue. I never had an issue hooping in low cut. You know, sprain your ankle no matter what. So that doesn't matter. It had nothing to do with that. KD just fragile. And he just had bad luck on his side too because this is the second time he had a freak injury. Because when he sprained that MCL, that was a freak injury because somebody ran into him on accident. Um, but I think Kobe started it and just freaking went full bloom because now everybody has it. I can't think of one player who doesn't have it. I think the only player that was still rocking with the high tops was LeBron. But now even his current shoe right now is low cut. But I think everybody's shoe is low cut right now. I know Giannis's is. All of them are. I don't think anybody on the market has a high top shoe anymore. Plus, them high top shoes are always heavy. Feel like boots. Let's go through this. Does this loss impact the Suns drastically? Uh, depends. It depends. I can't say it right now. It depends. If the playoffs start now, Phoenix will play my Clippers. Clippers, man. Yeah, they won last night. Now they won 2 in a row. But last night, I was watching the last few minutes of that game. And when I turned the TV on, when I came back from hooping, they was up 15. I go into the kitchen and come back 5 minutes later, they up by 4 now with 35 seconds left. There needs to be some discipline for them on defense. Because they can't be letting people coming back into games. They had Toronto right where they want them. And guess what? Westbrook was not in the game. So we ain't going to blame Westbrook. Freaking Dracula face. You know who I'm talking about. But Clippers needed to get it together. Because I know they don't want to be in a spot. And guess who's right behind them? The Los Angeles Lakers. See, I had to apologize to some of y'all because I kind of doubt or deny that the rest will try to play a role in the Lakers getting to the playoffs. I said it'll be too drastic. It'll be just too obvious. But after watching the Lakers' last couple of games and looking at the free throw, how many times they've been to the free throw, the rig is in. Now, let's look at this right quick. Let me pop this up right quick. Lakers' last game against who did they play? Memphis. Actually, I can't use Memphis because actually it was tied with Memphis on free throw line. Versus the Warriors on Sunday. Let's look at this right quick. Pop this on the screen once I get it up. I want to look at this right quick. I didn't even know Stephen Curry played. That's not what I want to look at. Look at this. Take this out right quick. Pop this on here. Look how many times Anthony Davis is at the line against the Golden State Warriors. Look at this. Look at this. Anthony Davis was at the line 25. No, wait, not 25 times. I look at the wrong thing. What happened to it? I just had it. Oh my goodness. I'll go to ESPN real quick. Because I've been looking after each game, I've been looking at the Lakers and free throw percent. I mean, how many times have been at the free throw line just to make sure I'm not going crazy with this. Let's look at the box score. Don't worry, we're gonna get to LeBron next because people have been talking about it more. But yesterday's stream on whoever Tickets TV stream that went crazy yesterday. I can't believe so many people get emotional like that about a man. All right, the Lakers and Warriors game on Sunday. The Warriors went to the line 18 times on Sunday. Stephen Curry went to the line 6 times. Draymond Green went to the line 3 times. Kevon Looney didn't go. Klay Thompson 2 times. DiVincenzo 5 times. Jordan Poole 2 times. Now, let's look at the Lakers right quick. Anthony Davis at the line 13 times. Schroeder 2 times. Beasley 3 times. They was at the line 22 times. More than the Warriors. And everybody said, oh, they play down low. True. But no team, the Lakers, every time I watch the Lakers are in the bonus early in the fourth quarter, always. And I saw the same thing on Saturday with the Bucks and 76ers. 76ers were in a bonus for most of the second quarter. And then going into the fourth quarter, they was in the bonus. So you can't tell me that the NBA is trying to fix a couple of books so they can get different teams or whatever they're trying to do, either cover bets or trying to get the Lakers desperately into the playoffs. You can't tell me any different with that. And right now, Golden State are getting their ass whooped by the Memphis Grizzlies right now. They getting their ass whooped. It's 43-26. Damn. Do I need to look at more games? Let's look up more evidence right quick. What's the Lakers' last game? Because I can't count Memphis. But even the game against Memphis on Tuesday, they were in the bonus with 6 minutes left. Let's see here. Let me go back. I don't know when was the last time they played. They play on Friday. And I think they was even in the bonus against Minnesota, the game they lost. Let's see here. Let's see the box score for that game. All right. Timberwolves went to the line 16 times. Lakers 24 times at the line. Anthony Davis with the most. So yeah, every game almost the Lakers are going to the free throw line more than the opposing team. It is crazy. But I know you guys are rubbing your hands for me to talk about freaking LeBron and his alleged allegations. Let's see here. It's crazy to me. I know LeBron's rubbing his hands, can't wait to get into playoffs, even though AD carried though. Oh, as soon as he come back, he gonna mess up the chemistry. That whatever chemistry they have, 03 Teen Titans was fire. You know what? I didn't watch the Teen Titans all the way through until after it went off air. I think I watched every episode on YouTube one day or for a month. I wasn't a big fan of that. X-Men Evolution, it was fire, but you can't beat the original. Same thing with Batman Beyond. You can't beat the Batman animated series, but Batman Beyond was fire. But there were some things I'm not going to take time to point out, but there were some things that need to be pointed out that wasn't consistent with the rest of the show or Batman's past. But it's so weird that they did Batman Beyond and then ended up doing Justice League right after that. But anyways. Oh yeah, that guy Ghost Town from Tiki String was in denial so long. Ghost Town is always going to defend LeBron's lover. So let's get into it right quick. So that's the topic of this discussion. So I was hesitant about talking about this. I know some people don't like talking about it, but I looked on the internet just to make sure. And then I remembered not too long ago, because I know this ain't the first time somebody talked about LeBron's alleged Captain American serum that he has. I'm going to code name it this for now. And there was a video. I probably watched 30 minutes of a video of this one dude. I think he's like a bodybuilder. And he was kind of looking at the changes and all the evidence that LeBron has had since he came into the league. And I don't know. I'm not saying that he did. I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm going to remain neutral on this. As much as I don't like Jay Reed from Akron, the bum from Akron, the bowling man from Akron, I'm not going to put this evil on him, Ricky Bobby. I'm not going to do it, but remember, I think it was back in 2013 when certain people, mainly for baseball, names were put out there for being on a certain list from a certain lab down in Miami. I remember one of them because they had connections to the city of Milwaukee. Because one of the players that was on that list was Ryan Braun. Anybody remember Ryan Braun? He was the MVP for the Brewers for much of the early 2010s. And it come to find out that he was taking the Captain American serum as well. And his career went downhill after that. He's continued to keep playing on the Brewers up until 2021. But he kind of got put on the back burner. His stats went down. He was no more a home run champion, no more on the MVP. And all of a sudden, when Christian Yelich came there in 2018, he really went.
Targets run.
What the hell was that? He really went into the shadows. But he was big in Milwaukee. He was MVP. Everybody liked him. I think he had a restaurant with Aaron Rodgers and all that. You know, I think I'm going to get to Aaron Rodgers later on. But he was friends with Aaron Rodgers and all that. As soon as all those allegations and it came out to be true about his Captain America serum use, he went away. As far as other people too. But as we all know, on that list was one Jay Reed from Akron was on that. But you know, the NBA, they could not let their face in the NBA be connected to any controversy. So they probably allegedly, I have to keep saying allegedly, put that and mothballed that all that information about him. But I went to look at LeBron's photos from the time he came into the league and the time he went to Miami to the time he came back to Cleveland up until now. Nobody gets buffed that big because he was looking kind of frail out there during that offseason. So, and if this MMA fighter, I'm just gonna call him an MMA fighter. I don't know. Maybe it could revenge for something LeBron did. Who knows? But I wouldn't doubt it. It wouldn't put past me if he came out or more people came out or something came out that said that he did it. But the thing I really want to talk about when it comes to this is the reactions from the fans, which some of y'all already brought up already. Particularly a big LeBron fan named Ghost Town. I was listening to some of that Ticket TV stream yesterday, and man, this is why I don't get about some of y'all. Not y'all in the street in the chat, but this is why I don't get about some of y'all when it comes to these players. People would defend people would defend strangers, celebrities, more than they'll defend their own family member. They'll get more emotional about a celebrity than their own family member. That is crazy. And the way some of these dudes were on that stream, getting emotional, man, it's not that big of a deal. And that's funny though. I don't know how Giannis's name was brought up. Maybe Giannis's name was brought up due to how, I wouldn't say he got big, how cut up he got. But Giannis's kind of transition kind of happened. So I remember him being skinny. Let's say when he first came into the league, I think he slowly built up because he's just way too skinny. And I think even because I think that picture of him in the weight room was released after the 2017-18 season, I think. But Giannis, by that time, he was already getting beastie already, physically and on the court. But it's so much evidence that possibly could lead up to LeBron and his Captain America serum use. So, it's going to be interesting to hear what else has come out. I already heard a whole bunch of other stuff about LeBron, not talking about basketball, because let's just say this. I know people that know people about LeBron's second time in Cleveland, and even now, that and I think this goes with every NBA player. He ain't squeaky clean when it comes to certain things, but I ain't gonna touch upon it. Maybe that would be a Patreon type thing. So, but going back to Giannis, now everybody's trying to bring Giannis's name into it. But even if Giannis was part of that or had anything to do with taking the Captain American serum, I'm not gonna sit here and freaking go all belligerent on the stream acting like a freaking female. It's just not gonna happen. If he did something like that, it sucks, but I'm not gonna sit here and go on the stream and sit there yelling at other dudes for 2 hours straight, getting all my feelings about it. It is what it is. I just don't understand some dudes. But I like what people, when LeBron gets put on the spotlight like that, they want to bring every other player into it. What about Jordan? What about Kobe? What about this? What about that? It's just like, no, we're talking about LeBron. We ain't talking about anybody else. I'm sorry. Your man's been connected to a lot of things. Is connected to a lot of people who done terrible things. Well, I would say terrible things, done some shady ass things. And more allegations come out. Oh, well. That's what happens when you in them type of circles with shady people. Rich Paul, too. He just as shady. It's funny though. I see that comment, Josh. It's funny though. Like I just said, LeBron can do no wrong. LeBron can do no wrong, and everybody else gotta get the blame. It's freaking ridiculous. The fan worship is ridiculous. It's crazy. And I think that's one of the reasons why just people don't like LeBron, because it's not so much about what he does, always crying for help and rolling people under the bus and jumping from team to team. It's not so much that. It's the damn LaQuire, the damn LaDicklicks, the LaStans. Y'all annoying. Y'all make the fandom worse for him. But also, I'm not going to sit here and try to say, going back to earlier what I said, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, LeBron's responsible for KD. What the heck is going on? Let me take this off real quick. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, LeBron is responsible for KD spraining his ankle. I ain't doing it. I ain't saying that. KD clumsy self sprained his own ankle. Now, I did hear a video. I think it came out last night from Basketball Facts. I don't know if you guys listened to it yet, but I've been thinking the same thing, but I don't think it went down the way people went down regarding one Kobe Bean Bryant. I don't want to say it on here, what happened to him, but I think it was some shadiness involved with that also. I think a lot of, not so much Kobe, a lot of, let's say, musicians, maybe some actors, even some activists fight the good cause out here. They're mysteriously passed away, circumstances. I think a lot of it had to do with, some elitism going on here. I won't go too much into who I think was eliminated due to what they was doing. I seriously think, I'm going to bring up an example because I think I can talk about it on here. Nipsey's death, I think that had something to do with either he was coming too big when it came to being independent because he didn't use no record label, or either somebody didn't like him trying to change his area, trying to change his community, make the community better. I think some people have probably had it out for him when it comes to that, because some of these rich elite that tend to vote for the Verhootsva, code name for, you can guess it, that tend to vote for Verhootsva had something to do with that, because they want to keep the African Americans stupid and down. Perfect example of that was 2020. You couldn't tell anybody if he wasn't wearing a mask or anything like that. They'll call you freaking part of the MAGA party. This is ridiculous, which I got called because I didn't believe in wearing a mask and getting the elixir, as Too Raw calls it. Elixir free and mask free since then. But I've been called part of the MAGA party because I didn't want to wear that. But I'm not going to get too much into conspiracies on here. I think I'll say that for which I'm really starting to lean on Patreon, because there are just some things, not just basketball, but things socially, politically, that need to be talked about and discussed. Conversations that need to be had when it comes to certain things. And YouTube ain't it. But LeBron, though, all I gotta say is he ain't squeaky clean. He ain't connected to some shady ass stuff that some of y'all probably be shocked and appalled about. But let me go through some of these comments real quick. It's time for LeBron to prove I never cheated a game basketball quote to test officially. You know what? He already lied. When he said that, he already lied. I started laughing when he said that. In many ways, he has cheated the game and fanatical the game. His fans are going to deny it. But for one, having so much influence to keep getting all these trades, you had 133 something trades since you came into the league. That's crazy. Jordan didn't have that. Magic didn't have that. Kobe didn't have that. Wilt didn't have that. Kareem, nobody else in the league has had that many trades. and you still how you get all half of the top 10 players in the NBA and still fail with that? I don't get it. Jay, hey brothers. Yeah, I remember that franchise. That was back in 2013. That was when the Heat was on that 27 game winning streak that raised an eyebrow for me. Yeah, 2013, 10 years ago. What a time. 2013 was a weird. 2013 was a. Trying to think about you. 2013. 2013 was a weird year for me. It started out weird, and in the middle, it was all right, and then all of a sudden, towards the end, it just got really weird and different for me, at least. I was in love with a Puerto Rican woman during that time. Too bad I didn't have enough money banks. But anyways, I ain't gonna get into that. That's a different story for a different day. Shoot. Remember when he got the cramps in the final franchise? They blamed the AC in San Antonio. Now he ain't getting no cramps. Either he ain't drink enough water, or something else was going on that was related to the Captain America serum. Because everybody else is fine. But I did hear some rumor that came out. They was talking about. They said it purposely made the Heat, not the Heat, the team, but the AC didn't turn the AC on. I don't know if that was true or not as an advantage, but it didn't affect it. The weird thing about it is it only affected LeBron. It didn't affect anybody. It didn't affect Chris Bosh. It didn't affect Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade. It didn't affect anybody. It didn't even affect San Antonio. But I think somewhat San Antonio was probably even practicing in that type of weather. So they was probably used to it. But just him, though, had the cramps. Either it had something to do with his Captain America serum, or he just weak. He ain't drinking enough water. But many people, the LeBron stance would say that, well, LeBron was doing everything he can. No, LeBron was getting his ass locked up. Matter of fact, LeBron was getting his ass locked up by Kawhi. Popovich made sure that Tiago Splitter and Tim Duncan played the post defensive wise, and everybody else was doing their job. That team got locked up. It should have swept the Heat. Keep going. Oh, yeah, I remember when everyone was asking the NBA to get Giannis a drug test over there, but when it comes to LeBron, everybody has a problem. Yeah. Yep. They do. So LeBron's the golden calf to them. If this does come out true, there will certainly affect LeBron's legacy dramatically when it comes to rings. How long has he been using it? Well, probably could have been since he came into the league or a little bit after that. But yeah, this certainly will affect his legacy. No more, well, as it goes, especially in baseball, none of those people who have been connected to steroids never got to Hall of Fame. Barry Bonds ain't probably never getting into there. I think the last time he was voted was 75% of him voted in or something like that. And half of the people who can vote for people to get into a Hall of Fame said they ain't vote for him due to his PED use. So what is going on? I'm still getting this going on. Let me turn this off altogether. He's playing that video in the background. All right, here we go. So, yeah, it's going to be hard. If that does come out to be true, it's going to be hard for LeBron to get in there, but I'm sure he'll find a way to get in there somehow, some way. I never forget what Eric Holder did. I hope he gets what he deserves in prison. Well, he already got it as soon as he got in there. As soon as he was caught, he was in there. And I know, well, me being technically from California, I think I went back to California probably a month after that happened. And knowing somebody that knows the streets out there in South Central, they said the night that happened, they was in there deep looking for him. And they said as soon as they caught him, when they did catch him, yeah, once he got locked up, they beat his ass. And that's kind of the reason why the trial That's kind of the reason why the trial was held back a little bit. One being because of the vid, but two, also he got his ass beat. Had to recover from it. So yeah, he'll be in there for 60 years. He'll be in there for 60 years. Stupid motherfucker. Ghost Town CJ and Shannon Sharp stays bent over LeBum. That CJ dude, he get a little bit disrespectful. I hear in the streams he be on. It's weird though. The guys get so disrespectful when you talk about LeBron. I don't get it. It's not that big of a deal. I remember probably back in January, I think I made a video. I think it was the video about me talking about LeBron complaining about that damn call against Boston. And I kind of made a video about this a couple of days ago, how all these dudes went out of pocket coming at me because I talked about their daddy figure in their life. I'm like, so now I got y'all coming up here talking about, if I see you, I'm gonna beat you up. LeBron got more money than you. LeBron got more women than you. So now you trying to tell me that LeBron got more women than me, huh? More than Savannah, huh? I don't care about LeBron having more money than me. I don't care about that. Why would I care about that? So you mean to tell me you want to tell me that LeBron had more money than me and you put together, probably. But it's funny though, the dude saying this crap, the ones sitting in their mama basement. Sitting in their mama basement, acting like they rappers, acting like they entrepreneurs. They ain't selling nothing. The only thing they can sell is they can't even sell a Cracker Jack box on the street if they wanted to. Their raps are terrible. They ain't got no girl in their life. Well, I don't got no woman in my life currently, so I can't deal with them right now. But they don't got no woman in their life. They living in their mama or daddy or grandmama's basement. They got no car, got no insurance, got no credit. But you want a freaking pom-pom for a man, a billionaire who don't give a damn about you. Just to spite me, who has his own place, has his own car paid for, can afford insurance, pay his freaking phone bill, able to keep a job for almost 3 years now, able to get multiple jobs, multiple sources of income. Don't live, like I said, don't live with his mama. Live 5 hours away from his parents. Don't need them no more. And you want to come at me? But y'all living in mama's basement. If y'all don't get the fuck out of here with all that crap. Oh yeah, we can't be saying the F word too much now, according to YouTube guidelines. But get out of here with that. Go get a job and stop worrying about freaking bending over for LeBron. He got Savannah for a reason, and his other probably side chicks out there. Who knows? I don't get like that about my favorite players. I don't get like that about Giannis. I don't get like that about Aaron Rodgers. Matter of fact, I want Aaron Rodgers to go. Go away from Green Bay. Go to the New York Jets, which is the current rumor. Go away. I won't get like that about Ray Allen. Ray Allen is a crazy loony bin. I like him as a player, but his politics suck. I'm sorry. I don't get like that. I still like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he went left the last couple of years. I ain't gonna get all bent out of shape like that. Jeez, people. Let me go to these chats now. Kind of a soapbox. Basketball facts. What up, my brother? Salute to you. I listened to your video about Kobe. The relationship between Kobe and LeBron. I think he came out yesterday. I already mentioned it to you on the stream. I've been thinking the same thing. I think whatever Kobe had going on in the background that could have been positive, they didn't want it. But if that's true, I don't know if that's ever going to come out to be true, but I know there's some shady ass stuff going on behind the background. The LaQuire is downgrading Kevin Love to be Tony Two coach for LeBron. But Tony Two coach in the Hall of Fame. It's funny though. People forget about that. What's good basketball facts? Frank B in the building. Salute to everyone here. Katie and 80 are apparently cut from the same Terry Claw. He's Terry Claw. That means he's very soft. Yeah, I saw that video on ESPN last night. I was like, how you fall like that? It has happened to me too. You just fall like that, but it's rare. But I ain't sprained my ankle. And if I did sprain my ankle, I'll get my ass out there. But apparently, KD walked out of the locker room with a boot on. So I don't know. It's weird to me. JJ Barea and Jason Kidd cooked LeBron 1-on-1. Boris DL did too, 1-on-1. And along with Kawhi. Josh Johnson was good, B. Yeah, got that. Basketball fans salute my brother. I'm digging over the channel, Big Dog. I think he just got 2,000 subscribers today or yesterday. He been cooking LeBron. He been cooking LeBron for the past few days. I can't keep up. I want some of the smoke too. Say some of the smoke. But LeBron, just to say that his son is better than half the players in the NBA now. Dude, my guy, LeBron, if you cared about your son or sons, stop talking. Because people are going to remember that. Somebody going to remember that. I don't know who it's going to be. Somebody in the NBA right now currently heard that. And they going to bring the fire to Bronny whenever he gets to the league. And then they going to look at you, LeBron, and say, you did this to your son. You did this. You made me cook your son like this. That's one thing Jordan never really did. I don't think Jordan promoted his sons like that. I think he just let them go out there and let them play. And whatever it is whatever it's going to be. So, at least one of his sons, well, I don't think that's really a prize. I don't think dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife is a prize, but I guess. I know his daughter is married to a former NBA basketball player. I say former, that means he didn't last that long. But anyways, it's not like that's going to be a basketball family through and through. But LeBron is so stupid, though. He put his foot in his mouth. So you mean to tell me everybody that played when you play is not as good, too? Don't make no sense. Yeah, man, I remember JJ Barea locking him. Yeah, locked his ass up. All right. I read that one, too. But enough about LeBron. I'm getting tired of talking about his freaking bald head ass anyway. This MVP thing. I want to talk about this MVP thing right quick before I get off of here. Now, I haven't said too much about this MVP thing. For one, I think Jokic. Man. Jokic got cooked last night against the Denver Nuggets. Not against the Denver Nuggets, against the Chicago Bulls. I had to agree if he's still in the chat. I had to agree with you, Basketball Facts. Maybe this has something to do once again with LeBron. But to say that you don't want to vote for Giannis because of voter fatigue, what do you think you're doing with Jokic? But do I think it's some racial things going on when it comes to MVP voting? Possibly. Maybe. But you look at the last few MVPs, with the exception of Jokic, they all been African American. So I don't think it's too much of racial. I don't think it's anything racial going on. I don't think it is. Because before Jokic, there was 2 times from Giannis, James Harden, Westbrook, Curry twice, LeBron a couple of times, Dwayne Wade, Kobe. And then you had Steve Nash won twice. And before that was like Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Shaq. So it's kind of hard to say that it has something to do with race. I think, like I said, I have to agree with basketball. I think it has something to do with LeBron. They don't want nobody touching LeBron or coming close to LeBron's legacy. Meaning Giannis, they don't want Giannis to get a third one because they think Giannis might overtake LeBron's frail legacy. Yeah, I said frail legacy. because it's frail. It's not a failure, but it's hanging on by a thread because half of his legacy is due to because I had to jump to team and get the super teams all the time. Not saying that it's not saying that it takes more than just one person to win the championship. Like Jordan always says, I couldn't win those without Scotty. Kobe says I couldn't win it without Paul. Tim Duncan could have won it without Tony Parker or Ginobili or even Kawhi in his later years. Steph couldn't win it without Clay or even Draymond to a point. Giannis couldn't win it without Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton was hitting big shots in that game 6. But we're not going to sit here and give all the glory to one person. We're not going to give all the glory to LeBron for that 2016 win. Some of that had to go to Kawhi, not Kawhi. Too many damn K's in this damn league. And some of it has to go to Kyrie. Some of it has to go to AD and Rondo for that Mickey Mouse Invitational Bubble Championship. Last year, it had to go to some of it to Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins. It's a team effort. So just don't stack your teams up with a whole bunch of superstars. Oh, man. But as far as Jokic being MVP, I do not think he's MVP. I'm sorry. You have to play both sides of the floor. And when I have to agree with Raw, let's not sit here and act like Jamal Murray don't exist. Do you know Jamal Murray's put up big numbers in the Mickey Mouse Invitational? Even the year before that, he was still putting up big numbers in that 2019 playoffs. Shoot, at one point in time, you could say that it was Jamal Murray's team. He was the focal point of that team before Jokic started winning MVPs and before Jamal Murray tore his ACL. So I don't know what people are talking about. He out there by himself. No, he ain't out there by himself. He got Jamal Murray. And now he got what's the brother on that came from Orlando? I can't even think of his name. He got the dude that came from Orlando that played at Arizona. He got Michael Porter Jr.? No, not Michael Porter. I forgot these damn people's names. The other light-skinned brother on there. They got all them people on there. Westbrook, when he won MVP, he had a overweight Victor Oladipo, I think, and Steven Adams. None of those dudes have any accolades behind their names at the time. So to act like Westbrook was never good and how the way the media is treating him now is crazy. How they do this. It's stupid. Completely stupid. Let me get to some of these chats right quick. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about that franchise. LeBron basically talking to John Morant route, saying there's nothing to worry about. They ain't worried about nobody. He should be worried about nobody. Sad. Sorry to the LeBron stands out there. LeBron's never going to be seen as the GOAT or as the best player ever. It's never going to happen. And if those alleged accusations come out to be true, he really going to be put in the back when it comes to the GOAT. Keep reading this. For one thing, the truth is, for one thing for sure, is the truth doesn't care who tells it. And on that note, it was good to hear new voices telling the truth about this bum. For a while, it was Ticket TV and Carcino roasting him. Everybody knows the truth. I think when it comes to certain people, LeBron is people's Jordan. I, for one, I've been saying this plenty of times before. I was not part of the choir, but I liked LeBron James at one point in time. Now, I didn't like it when he was in Miami because I thought he made the weakest move at the time for a superstar to go join some other teams. I still think the weakest move ever is KD going to Golden State. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I wasn't cheering for LeBron when he went back to Cleveland playing against Golden State. But as soon as he got to LA, he got real weird because even when he went to LA, I bought a Laker jersey, his Laker jersey, and all of a sudden he started going real left. Well, I mean left politically. If he wasn't before, I know he was before that, but he went real back shit crazy left. And then during the Mickey Mouse Invitational, he started getting even more. And I'm like, I can't deal with this dude anymore. Because everything he's saying is a bunch of lies. And then I always never agree with him trying to stack his team up. But he needs to get roasted. Because people on ESPN and FS1 like Shannon Sharp sprouting all those lies about other players. It's freaking ridiculous. Josh, who do you think will reach the finals this year? What's the true meaning of an MVP, at least with the NFL MVP that's consistent? Who's the best football team, the number one seed? I think the true meaning of MVP is, for one, for basketball at least, he has to play both sides of the ball. He has to be the anchor for the team. Not so much lead the team, but so much lead the team. And if you take him off of there, that team dwindles a little bit. That's what I think is the MVP. It doesn't have to be always the best player, which usually is. I always thought Amari Stoudemire was a tad bit better than Steve Nash as a basketball player, but they gave it to Steve Nash. But I think that's different for Finals MVP. Finals MVP, you don't even have to be the best player on the team. Andre Iguodala won Finals MVP. But I think most of the majority of Finals MVP haven't been always the focal point of the team, the best player. With the exception of Golden State, because Golden State both had Stephen Curry and KD. Trying to figure out who's going to be. Well, KD is probably a little bit better than Steph. But Frank B for the West, I think it's Denver or the Warriors. Jokic has an MVP in the ring to show me he can win. I have the mask. My Clippers are dark horses, and they can stay in the playoffs. At this point in time, I don't know who's coming out of the West. It can be Denver at this point, how KD is going right now. Who knows when he's going to get back. It possibly could be Denver coming out of the West because Memphis has problems right now. Golden State can't get it together. Draymond keep running his mouth, giving up on his team because he has hissy fits. I don't see why people like Draymond. You know what? Draymond's starting to become like I'm reading the comment right now. I'll get to that soon. Draymond Green started to become LeBron James Jr., the real LeBron James Jr. Okay, he talking too much. His narcissism is coming out too much, talking about the only person on the court during his All-Star game that is next to me is LeBron James, even though Kyrie, well, mainly Kyrie, I ain't gonna say Kyrie, Giannis got more accolades than Draymond do and led his own team. Draymond, you're just the supporting cast on the Golden State Warriors that just happened to get 4 rings. Man, I want Draymond Green to go somewhere else. I want him to go to a different team, not the Lakers, go to a different team to see what he really do. I want to see him go to OKC. I want to see Draymond Green go back home to the Detroit Pistons. I want to see him play on there and lead the Detroit Pistons somewhere. That's what I want to see. Somebody got to make this happen. Golden State, trade him to Detroit. Let him go to Detroit. I want to see this. I want to see how good Draymond Green. I want to see how good Draymond Green is on the Detroit Pistons or even San Antonio Spurs or Houston Rockets. I want him to lead those 3 teams to the playoffs to see how good he really is. That's what I want to see. But as far as coming out of the West, yeah, it can either be Denver and maybe I don't know about the Clippers. Maybe the Suns once KD comes back again. But as it looking right now, if we look at everybody right now, it most likely could be Denver. I can easily see a Denver Milwaukee matchup. Of course, you know who I want to win. Frank B says for the East, I honestly have between Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, and the Cavs. All right, you know what? I don't know who was here listening to me on Saturday after that game, but I'm gonna get to that pretty soon. I want to get to James Harden right quick. That'll be my last topic of tonight. Y'all guys keep coming, bringing in ideas for me to talk about. You missed my Aaron Rodgers message franchise. Yes, that's what I was laughing out just a couple of minutes ago. MVP, yes. During those 2 years, those years that he won it, but they weren't the best team, apparently. 4-time MVP and only got one ring. Since this man was drafted in 2005 to the Green Bay Packers, we only been to one Super Bowl, 1-1. Been 2 minutes away, less than 2 minutes away from going back to the second one, 2 years ago. The Packers' history, man. I had to be honest. The Packers' history since Aaron Rodgers got to the Green Bay has been terrible. Yeah, I can sit here and brag. Yeah, we've been to the playoffs every year. Yeah, you've been to the playoffs every year, but this is terrible. As talented as Aaron Rodgers has been, one Super Bowl? It's ridiculous. Let me keep going through this. Frank B. The West, I think it's Denver the Warriors. I read that already. I went back up. Oh, yeah. Chauncey won finals MVP over big man. Remember that. Chauncey was balling, though. But the thing about that Detroit Pistons team, they didn't really have a superstar on their team who led the way. They was just a team who played together and did what they had to do. Because I think Ben Watson is the only person that is in the Hall of Fame. I don't think Chauncey's ever going to the Hall of Fame. I don't think Rasheed Wallace is. Maybe he should go for all his. He has the most technical files. Maybe he should go for that. I don't think. Definitely Tayshaun Prince ain't going. It's kind of weird. Had nobody other than Big Ben is on in the Hall of Fame. Man, the Warriors are getting killed by the Grizzlies right now. I saw that earlier when I was looking at the stats for the Lakers free throws. Draymond was talking all that mess. Now they getting their ass beat. Usually it's the other way around. I like Draymond franchise, but he reminds me of Eddie House when he told Kobe to get off his court, even though the Celtics big three was doing most of the heavy lifting. That's Draymond right there. AB, Steph, Clay, and when they had KD doing all the work, here's Draymond. Get off my court. Tell LeBron, get off my court. You know, this motherfucker didn't do anything. Scored 2 points out the whole entire game. No, scratch that franchise. Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers' era was hell. This is the thing about Brett Favre, though. I know how people probably don't like Brett Favre anymore. How he's become a disgrace now, which he should be, for stealing money. I can't even defend him anymore. There's nothing to defend him. Once you steal money, that's it. I know how some people was going at his neck because of his political leanings, which I didn't have a problem with. And some of he was actually right. But if he's stealing money from the poor, your ass need to be buried under the prison. But at least Brett Favre got to 2 Super Bowls, went to 2 Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers only been to 1. I can't forgive that. And the fact that this man need to go to his quiet spot, that he has to go to his quiet spot to go think about his future. It's like, man, get this man out of Green Bay and let him go to New York or freaking Las Vegas. Get his ass out of here. I'm getting tired of this every year. Every year's drama with Aaron Rodgers. Every damn year, it's drama. Jeez, he's acting like Brett Favre towards the end of his career. That's how Brett Favre was. I don't know if I'm retired. I'm gonna retire. Now I want to come back. Let Jordan Love cook now, man. Damn. Got the team of the future. You sit here worried about this 39-year-old. Anyways, I'm not gonna go like that. Who is your top 10 NFL quarterbacks of all time? I don't really. You know what? I had never made a list of top 10 NFL quarterbacks. On that list, I think I can think of a few that could probably be on that list. Joe Montana would be number one. As much as I don't like him, Tom Brady, I'm gonna have to put Aaron Rodgers has to be on that list. Maybe Drew Brees, Peyton Manning on that list. I know some people want to jump and put Patrick Mahomes number one already. Basically, Patrick Mahomes is Aaron Rodgers 2.0. I'm sure there's some other quarterbacks I'm not getting. Maybe Steve Young. I don't know about Brett Favre. Maybe Brett Favre. I don't know. I had to come up with a complete list. You guys put me on the spot with that one. So you had to add some old people on there too. Is it me, Francis, or is Stephen A. Smith not talk about his Knicks when they were on that 9-game winning streak? You know what? That is weird. I look for anything about that. It's weird. Maybe he didn't want to jinx it. I don't know. All right, let me get to this last topic right quick. I kind of went into it on Saturday in a belligerent way, but let's keep it real. That's the last topic of this night. So I really got to cook physically in the kitchen right now. I'm hungry. Do people really think James Harden is a top 10 all-time shooting guard? Because I know not too long ago, Two Raw had him in his top 10 at number 8, I think it was. And I went on a whole spiel on Saturday night after that game they played against the Bucks, how I think he was not ever in the top 10 when it comes to shooting guards. And here's why I don't think he is good as everybody thinks he is. And you can probably say this for any other player too during this time. But looking at James Harden game, step backs, faking for fouls, creating fouls out of nowhere that ain't fouls. He did this a lot Saturday night. And I do blame some of this on Coach Budenholzer for putting Chris Middleton on James Harden, not either Drew Holiday on him. But half of James Harden's points came from just forcing the foul, step backs. I just don't think he's really all that good as people make him out to be. I don't really think he got any heart for the game. I think he, like most of these players now, play for the money and don't know what they want. The man was never good on defense at all. That's just my thoughts on him. We'll see. Thoughts on Kyrie and Luka duo franchise? I think they're 4-7 since the trade deadline. Here's the problem with those two. For one, you look at their team, they don't really got that much. They need somebody else. Christian Wood ain't going to do. Tim Hardaway ain't going to do. Now, here's the problem with these two individually. And the elephant in the room is both of them can't play both of them are not good at defense, especially Luka. Luka is going to get cooked. That's their problem. And they both too ball dominant. none of them can play off the ball. They have to have the ball in their hands. That's their issue. I think that's their issue. I never forget when Low Legend went and said he'll take Harden over AI. Here's the difference between AI and Harden. As much as AI did not like practice and was involved in other stuff off the court, when AI played, when he got on that court, stepped in Reeboks, laced up in Reeboks, and got on that court and put that number 3 jersey on for the Sixers, oh, he balled out. He played with his heart. He played out of his mind at 6 foot, probably not even 6 foot, 5'11, 5'10, and went crazy. In a league full of giants at the time. I don't see that from James Harden at all. He's the product of this NBA, just want the money and fame, but ain't really out there playing that hard, giving it his all. That's the difference between AI, and that's why I would take AI over Harden any day. I don't care how small AI. If AI, get this, if AI was in the league now, he would absolutely ball out. There ain't no trees up there like that on every team, because you know every team back in the day, even during his day, had trees. There ain't no trees. He don't got to worry about getting hit, and if he got hit, he'll keep on playing. The only tall people he really got to worry about is the Bucks, maybe. Depends on what team he's in. If you put him on the Sixers stage, James Harden, he don't have to worry about Embiid now because he's playing on the same team. But he had to worry about the tall trees on Milwaukee. Outside of that, ain't really nobody tall like that defensively. Maybe Boston, but I can see him getting around Boston. But AI would be cooking the league. AI would be a 30-point scorer, averaging 30 points, like he did in the Harder era. He'd be cooking. He'll be cooking Kyrie. He'll be cooking Steph. All these point guards, Damian Lillard, he'd be cooking all of them right now. He was in the league. People just don't get the league is easier now. You can be at the line 40 times and have those 40 free throw attempts. They won't caused by fouls. Can't breathe on nobody right now. Personally, think Harden's top 10 shooting guard. I have him at 8 or 7. I have AI, the glide, probably even Mono over him. I'll put Mono Ginobili over him. You know what? Before I leave off, we're going to do this. I'm going to cut this up too. I'm going to cut this up. This will be the last thing I talk about because I really do got to go right quick. You know, I got to work in the morning. I'm going to make this very entertaining. So, do some of y'all want to hear my top 10 shooting guards? All right, here we go. Top 10 shooting guards all time. My top 10 shooting guards all time. I'm going to clip this and put this on YouTube solo video. At number 10, I will put Mono Ginobili on number 10. Because Mono, when he played, you know, he came off the bench as a 6th man. When Mono played, he played with heart. He did whatever Pop asked him to do. Now, he probably wasn't the best shooter and free throw shooter, but he played with heart with that Euro step. He was a Euro step before James Harden came in to the league. Mono played with heart with all that hair flowing down there when he had hair. And he was a big part of those championships. So Mono at number 10. Number 9, I had to put T-Mac at number 9, maybe. T-Mac at number 9. No, I'm going to write this right quick. I'm going to do this right here and right here. I'm going to create another banner. So at number 10, Mono. Number 9, I'm going to have to pick T-Mac. Because when T-Mac balled out, he balled out. He played on both sides of the ball. Number 8. This is going to show my age. Sorry for anybody out there who's older. Number 8. I had to pick Reggie Miller. as much as I hate Reggie Miller as a Bucks fan, because he killed the Bucks 2 years in a row in the playoffs, I had to put Reggie Miller because Reggie Miller in his younger years was a dog. It was not scared to go against Jordan at all. So number 7, number 8, Reggie Miller. Now, number 7, I'm going to have to put Ray Allen. This is really showing some bias right here, probably. But I'll put Ray Allen. Sorry. Number 6, Clyde. Can't deny Clyde. Now, number 5. Ooh. I think I may have messed up here. Dang it. This is what happens. Damn it. Could I have put AI number 5? Probably had to put AI number 5. You know, Clyde did more, but I had to put AI number 5. But I think I'm missing somebody. Bump that. Damn it. Damn it. I think I messed up. I think I forgot somebody. All right, I'm going to do this. Number 10, Mono. I'm going to have to put, I'm going to have to put him in there. I forgot to put him in there. Vince Carter at number 9. Then Reggie Miller. Then T-Mac. Then Reggie Miller. Then Ray Allen. And then Clyde. And then AI. So we count this all back together. So Mono, T-Mac. No, Mono, Vince Carter, T-Mac, Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, Clyde, AI. So I got 3 more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 3 more. And I think you guys can kind of guess the 3 more right there. Number 3, as much as he became a weirdo now and a terrible ass father, number 3, Dwayne Wade. You cannot deny Dwayne Wade's greatness. And you know, he went to the line 22 times per game during that 2006 NBA Finals. The NBA wanted Miami to win. Number 2, you know who number 2 is. He ain't gonna die. You guys already know number 2, Kobe Bean Bryant. And number 1 is the GOAT himself. That's my list of top shooting guards of all time. Now, let me rewrite it here so everybody knows. Let me say it one more time. I typed this down. Mono. Number 10. BC, Vince Carter. Number 8. Yeah, this thing keeps messing up. Hold on. Number 8. T-Mac. Number 7. Reggie. Number 6. Ray Allen. Number 5. Clyde. Number 4. AI. Yeah, AI is my top shooting guard. Top 5. Number 3. Dwayne Wade. Number 2. Kobe, of course. And number 1, the GOAT himself. Those are my top 10 shooting guards of all time. I'll put it on the scroll, and I'm heading out of here. Look at it. Look at it at the bottom. There it is. It's my top 10. Now I have to make another video about it. Let me read these last, and I'm out of here. At least AI took his team to the finals, not Harden. Yep. AI would be Kyrie 2 times if he played today. Yep. You might have to put Klay somewhere in the top 10 franchise. I know some people ain't gonna like that, Josh. I know some people ain't gonna like, especially them Golden State Warriors fans. But I have to say this. Some of Klay's 2 championships came on a super team. You know that. It's hard for me to put that over it. But you can say the same thing about D Wade, but D Wade was the focal point of his team when he won. Klay Thompson has never been the focal point of his team. That's why he's not in my top 10. I just put Marlon in there because I like the way Mondo played. But it's time for me to get out of here. I've been on here an hour and 30 minutes. And apparently, according to StreamYard, I'm losing space. So let me go through, shout out everybody that was in the chat. I know some people in and out of here. But shout out to Josh, as always. Yusuke Knight. Keep going down. Damn it. Dante, I know he was in here. Jay, Frank B. I know he was in here one more time. Salute to Basketball Facts. And there's probably some other people in here that didn't make themselves known in here. But yes, do what Josh say for the people in the playback. Don't forget to like the stream. Gotta like the stream. But one more last thing. I actually already had a Patreon. I forgot I even put this Patreon on, but I'm gonna start putting stuff on the Patreon for all 3 channels. For any of you guys don't know out there, I got 3 channels. I got this channel, Franchise Sports TV. It's obvious what it is about. Franchise History TV, when I talk about movies, film review, I give out film reviews. Recently just came out with the Creed 3 film review. I'm on my way to the movie theater Saturday afternoon to go see 65 with Adam Driver. So expect that review to drop pretty soon. I got Lone Wolf Adventure TV, which is basically me traveling. I haven't traveled in some time, but I got another video coming out there about Vegas. But I got those 3 channels. I might just hook up the Patreon to all 3 of those. For stuff I cannot talk about on here, I cannot do on here, like use music or clips without getting freaking copyright strike. So, with all that being said, subscribe to those 3 channels. If you haven't done so already, probably linking in the comment section to this stream. But I'd like to thank everyone for joining the stream, hopping on, contributing to it. I'm probably going to sit here and use whatever game is on TNT as background noise as I cook and do other stuff. And I got to head to the gym as well. But peace and love to you out there. Y'all stay safe out there. And I'll see y'all next week. And I'll probably will have videos up as the weekend goes. But peace to y'all. I'm out of here.